Disclaimer: this is an imaginary story. Please don't relate it with any idol or any person. It's nothing related to anyone's life. It's pure work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. Whatever pics are shown in this story, they all have been taken from Google and Pinterest. The credit for them goes to their real owner. Storyline and voice are mine, so please don't copy that. A man in full black outfit was sitting on the cabin and talking on phone call. His voice was cold and sharp. He was looking at his file and writing on the paper. Just then he heard a knock on the door. He didn't pay attention, but then door opened. A girl in short dress came inside and stood in front of him. He looked at her by his sharp glare and cut the call. Yungi, go outside and come again after getting my permission. Girl, clueless. Who? Yungi looked at the file. I don't like to repeat myself again and again. Just do what you were told to do. She quickly went outside and again knocked the door and came inside after getting his permission. She was Yungi's secretary who loved Yungi a lot and always tried to him. She was so beautiful and expert in her work. She was working with Yungi from past 1 year. Everyone is crazy for her, but she was crazy for Yungi. She was good at her work and that's why Yungi was bearing her. She only wants to get Yungi, and for that she can do anything and go at any extent. Yungi, how many times should I tell you to not come inside my cabin without my permission? Can't you listen at once? Secretary bent closer to him. I'm sorry, boss. Touched his hand. Yungi looked at her hand. Remove your hand. Secretary, what happened, boss? Yungi yanked her hand. Can't you listen at once? When I told you to remove your hand, then remove. Don't you dare to touch me again. Secretary sat on his lap. But why, sir? Held his hand and traced on her face. Can't you see my beauty? Just give me a chance. I'm ready to do anything for you. Yungi pushed her on the floor and stood up. What the hell are you doing? Don't you have any shame? Secretary stood up and hugged him tightly. I'm shameless for you. Let's make me yours. I only want you. Yungi again pushed her. I'm not interested in you. Why can't you understand this? Secretary, why? Where am I lacking? Everyone is crazy for me and wanted to have me, but I want only you. I'm ready to do anything. At least give me a chance to prove myself. I can assure you that you won't regret. Yungi, stop your nonsense and get out from here. Secretary, I won't go anywhere. You are mine. Yungi, no, I can't be yours. Secretary, why can't be mine? Our parents are agreed to our marriage. I madly love you. I will make you happy. I can satisfy your all the needs. Yungi, shut up. It's my life. I will marry whomever I want. My parents can't decide my future. I can marry any roadside person, but not from you. Secretary, but why? What's wrong in me that you think me worse than roadside person? I'm rich, beautiful, I can cook, I can handle children, I can handle home and office both. I'm perfect in every department. Then why can't you marry me? Yungi, because you are shameless and have no self-respect. Secretary, I'm shameless only for you. I love you more than my self-respect. From past 1 year, I'm trying to show you my multi-talented side. Your mom is already impressed and ready to accept me as her daughter-in-law. Just open your eyes and see me. Yunki, indeed you are multi-talented and good in everything, but you aren't my type. Don't waste your time and energy on me. Secretary, then tell me your type. I will make myself according to you. Yunki, you are insane. Secretary, just for you. I only want you. Yunki, why can't you understand that I will never love you? Secretary, it's okay. I will love you more. After marriage, you will also fall in love. Yunki, no, this marriage can't be possible. Secretary, but why? Oh, now I understood. Yunki, what do you understood? Secretary, I'm trying to use, so you must be thinking that I did this with others too, right? I can prove you that I'm untouched. I saved myself just for you. I didn't even anyone. I saved my first kiss for our wedding. Check it by yourself. Started unbuttoning her shirt's button. Yungi immediately turned around and closed his eyes. Stop it. If you love me, then stop it right now. I don't want to check anything. I know you are pure. Whatever you are touched or untouched, I don't care about this. I just don't love you. Secretary came in front of him and cupped his face. See, your this quality drives me crazy. That's why I only want you as my husband. Please don't do this, nah. Accept me. I'm worthy of you. Yungi held his hand and made her sit on the chair and kneel down in front of her. You are really very nice girl. Please try to understand my situation. I can't marry you. I don't have any feelings for you. Secretary, it's okay. I will never complain about this. I can write this on stamp papers. I don't have any problem. Don't love me. Don't do anything for me, but let me love you. I will handle our marriage alone. I won't expect anything from you. Just marry me. Yungi, why aren't you understanding? Secretary, I'm understanding you. At least give me a chance. If you don't like, then we will take divorce after 1 year. But at least give me 1 year to prove myself. Yungi, you aren't a car which I take test drive, and if I don't like, then I will return it. You are a human being. You deserve a loyal and trustworthy partner who love you more than anything. Secretary, and you are my dad partner. I can't find anyone more loyal and trustworthy than you. Please marry me. I'm begging you. I don't want anything. Yungi, strictly, I know. I try to make you understand by calmly, but you aren't ready to listen anything. You became mad in love. Love means to accept others with their qualities and flaws, not to become blind and ready to sacrifice yourself. Secretary, I won't get anyone like you. You are only one in this world. You know how to manage everything, even in anger. You didn't lose your calmness. I'm falling even harder. Day by day, I'm seeing your new quality and I'm falling in love with your each quality. Yungi pulled his hairs. Ah! You are only hurting yourself. By marrying me, you will get nothing except pain and sorrow. Secretary, I will gladly accept the pain and sorrow because it will given by you. Yungi, don't love anyone by losing you. Secretary, love means to dissolve yourself for your partner. Yungi, I'm ready to give you anything except myself. Tell me, what do you want? Secretary, anything? Yungi, yes, anything. Just leave this madness. Secretary, okay, I will forget you and leave you from your life and never come back. Just give me one thing. Yungi, tell me. Secretary, I want a child from you. Yungi, shocked. What? No, 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 this can't be possible. Secretary, why can't it be possible? You can't marry with me. It's okay, just spend a night with me and give me a child. Don't worry, I will raise the child alone. You don't be responsible for anything. Just one night. Yungi, shut up. Do you know what you are saying? Are you out of your mind? Secretary, if I can't get a husband like you, then I want a child like you. Just spend a night with me. Yungi, I'm not that type of person. Secretary, that's why I want you, and very soon I will make you mine. You're only mine. She was about to kiss him on his cheek, but Yungi moved away. She smiled and left after giving him flying kiss. Yungi loosened his tie and sat on the chair. He grabbed the glass of water and drank in one go. Yungi, she has messed up my mind. I will have to calm down myself. Otherwise, I don't know what will I do. Picked his mobile and dialed someone's number. Whenever I need him, he never be with me. He doesn't even bother to pick my calls. Now I have to go to him. Picked his car's key and left. Yungi came to attend a fashion show. He was sitting on front seat. Female models were walking. Everyone was taking their pics and recording them. But Yungi wasn't looking at them. He was looking at other side. Soon showstopper Park Jimin appeared. Everyone opened their mobile and started recording him. All the lights were on him. He was wearing a silk shirt and pants and complete his looks with floor-length silk robe. He was looking so ethereal. Top three buttons were opened and exposing his milky white unmarked chest. His sharp collarbones were enhancing his beauty. His long hair, plumpy lips, and sassy attitude, everything was matching perfectly with his personality. Jimin was walking with full confidence and looking on cameras. Yoongi was lost in his beauty. He was recording him and trying hard to get his attention. Jimin noticed him but didn't look at him. Yoongi was trying to get his attention but he completely ignored him and left. Yoongi went to backstage and started waiting for Jimin. Once Jimin came there, he held his hand and dragged him inside the room and closed the door. He pinned him near the wall and said, Jimin, what's this behavior? Yoongi held his hand. Why are you ignoring me? I was indicating you, but you didn't even look at me. Jimin, I didn't notice you. There was so much crowd. Yoongi, stop lying. I know you noticed me and purposely ignored. Jimin, so? If I did that, so what will you do? He yanked his hand. Yoongi, why didn't you pick my calls? Jimin, do you think I'm as free as you? I'm so busy. I don't have time for you. Yoongi, and what's this? Why are you showing your chest? He started buttoning his shirt's button. Jimin yanked his hand. Don't touch me. Actually, designer wanted me to walk only in open robe, but then I thought about my fans. I can't give them heart attack now. I saved your powered eyes. Yoongi, leave everything and listen to me. I am in so much stress. I need to calm down myself. Jimin smelled his neck. Lady's perfume. Saw a lipstick mark on his collar. Lipstick marks? Impressive. Aren't you satisfied by this? Let down on the couch. Yoongi, lipstick marks? Where did it come from? Listen, Jimin, what do you think about me? Yoongi, it's not like what you think. Let me explain. Jimin shouted, Security! Security! Yoongi, why are you calling security? Security guard. Yes, sir. What happened? Jimin pointed his finger on Yoongi. How did this person come inside? Where were you? Security guard. Sorry, sir. Held Yoongi's arm. Mister, come with me. You can't come here. Yoongi, leave my hand. I'm not a stranger. I'm his. Cut off. Security guard. Whatever you are, you can't interrupt his privacy. You have to follow the rules. Yoongi looked at Jimin, who was waving his hand. Jimin! Time skipped after few days. Secretary tried everything to get Yungi, but Yungi didn't give her attention. Now she was very desperate. She wanted to make Yungi hers by anyhow. For that, she made a plan. Secretary, have you brought the things which I told you to bring? Girl, yes, I have brought. Give her pills. Here it is, but what you will do with this? It's not for your use. You are enough to make anyone crazy. Secretary, yeah, I know. It's for Yungi. Mix one pill in his coffee. Girl, for boss, are you crazy? Secretary, I want him. I didn't want to do this, but he left no ways in front of me. By its effect, he will beg me to help him. Then I will make him mine. Once we get then with me, then he can't deny to marry me. He is very loyal and trustworthy. Girl, your plan is good, but what if boss doesn't let you come closer to him? As far as I know him, he never let anyone to touch him. Secretary, you are right. Mixed one more pill. Girl, hey stupid, what you did? One pill was more than enough for him. You added two. You won't be able to handle him. He will break you. Secretary, how did you know about its effect? Secretary, I have a boyfriend. One time I also pulled this stunt, then couldn't be able to leave bed. Secretary, it's okay. For Yungi, I can do anything. She mixed the pills and gave coffee to Pyun. Yungi drank the coffee and after few seconds he started feeling uneasiness. He was feeling so hot. He decreased the temperature of AC but is still sweating mess. He loosened his tie and removed his blazer. He was fanning himself by files. He started walking. Now he started feeling tensioned. He can feel himself losing his control. He quickly picked his mobile and called someone. Secretary was secretly watching Yungi's condition. She was so happy and waiting for Yungi to become more. Yungi was walking back and forth in the cabin. He already threw his shirt. He was glowing because of sweats. She came inside and held Yungi's hand. Secretary, Yungi. Yungi pushed her. Don't touch me, said by breathing heavily. Secretary placed her finger on his lips. Shh, don't say anything. I know you are in deep problem. Let me help you. Yungi pushed her. I don't need your help. Just go from here. Secretary, only I can help you. You need me. Don't be fool. Yungi, I told you na. I don't need you. Stay away from me. Secretary, let's see for how many seconds you will control yourself. Here is no one to help you except me. Soon you will drop on your knees and beg me to touch you. Yungi, what do you mean by it? What did you do? Secretary, nothing. I just mixed two pills in your coffee. In just few minutes you will be mine. She was about to touch him, but someone grabbed her hand and dragged her outside and threw her outside of the cabin and locked it. Yungi hugged him tightly. Jimin, thank you so much for coming. Jimin pushed him and sat on the boss chair. What's this, You are rooming here? What condition you make yourself? You are working here like this? Yungi, she gave me two pills of... Let's not waste time, I need you. Jimin, I'm not in mood. Yungi widened his eyes. What do you mean by you weren't in mood? How can you deny me at this time? I really need you the most. Jimin crossed his legs. I'm not in mood, just like 1 year, 7 months, 14 days ago. You denied to do it when I was... You left me for your useless mission. Yungi, really? And you still remember this? Jimin, yes, you even said this mission was more important. And 3 months ago, when we had an argument and you need our help, you told me to not touch you. You don't need me. You can solve your problem by yourself. Yungi, I'm fool who denied you. Please forgive me and let's not waste time. I'm not in condition to control. Pulled him closer to himself by holding his waist. Jimin pushed him and sat on the chair. Don't you dare to touch me, Hyungi. It's not the time to take revenge. Jimin begged. If I feel mercy, then I will think about to help you. Hyungi dropped on his knees. I'm sorry for my all sin. I'm an idiot. Please let me touch you. I'm begging, please. Jimin, nah, I didn't impress. Do it again. Hyungi again begged, but Jimin didn't like it. It was continued. He knew Jimin was only playing with him. He was unable to control more. He stood up and pushed Jimin on the table and his all the clothes. Jimin, ah, you monster, leave me. How can you? My clothes. Do you know how much expensive they were? Now I won't let you. Me. Pushed him. Hyungi, I will buy you whole showroom of these clothes. Tied his both the hands by his tie. Jimin, hey, what are you doing? I'm in not in mood. You can't do it without my consent. It's wrong. I will sue you. Hyungi, shut up. I requested you a lot, but you are enjoying to see my pain. You didn't leave any other way. I'm your husband. It's not our first time. We are married since 2 years. You disturbed me a lot. Jimin kicked him. So what if we are married? You can't. Me. Hyungi, you invited this for yourself. You were enjoying to tease me, na? Now enjoy properly. Pushed himself. Jimin screamed his lungs out. Ah, you monster! When did you become this much big? Slow down. It's not a bed which you can break. Hyungi, I can't be able to slow down. Bear it. I promise. I will take care of you after this. I'm sorry. Pulled him along. Here, Hyunmin were doing from so many hours. Cabin was soundproof. Jimin's screaming were echoing in the whole cabin. Hyungi wasn't able to stop. Jimin was tired. They both were sweating mess. After a long time, finally he was done and left Jimin, who was ready to pass out. It was dark outside. Everyone already left. Hyungi patted his cheeks. Jimin, are you alright? Jimin tiredly looked at him. After breaking me, you are asking I'm alright? Don't you dare to touch me for next 2-3 months. I think I will be die. Hyungi, I'm sorry. I know I was so harsh, but you are my strong baby, na? You will be fine after a week. Jimin, oh really? Then let me top you. After that, you will understand my pain. I have a show. How can I walk there by my penguin walk? Hyungi, I'm really sorry. It wasn't my fault. Now let's go home. I will give you so much love and comfort. Jimin, how will I go to home? You, my all the... Hyungi wore his and made Jimin wear his coat and carefully picked him in his arms and walked outside. He saw a secretary was standing outside of the cabin and looking at him with hurtful eyes. She was crying to see Jimin in his arms. Hyungi, he is the reason why I denied you. I only love him. He is my whole world. I can't think about anyone else, not even my dreams. I'm sorry. You're such a nice girl. I'm sure you will soon find your love. I'm mad when whatever you did with me, but I can understand your one-sided love. Please forgive me and move on. And one more thing, don't tell this to our family. I will tell them when right time comes. Once again, I'm sorry. Hyungi left with Jimin, who was sleeping peacefully in his arms. Secretary fell on her knees while crying hard. Her one-sided love broke in her. Nothing is more heartbreaking feeling rather than seeing your love in others' arms. Time skipped after 1 year, 2 months. Jimin kicked Yungi, who was sleeping peacefully on his bed. You useless mafia, wake up! Yungi looked at him by sitting on floor with sleepy eyes. Huh? Now what happened? Jimin, see, your brat son threw this bottle of milk too. Yungi looked at the floor and saw so many bottles of milk. What happened, baby? Jimin, what happened? Just for one day, I left him with you and you fed him banana flavored milk. Now he isn't drinking any flavor of milk. Go and bring banana flavored milk powder. Yungi looked at the wall clock. At this time, it's 3 o'clock. I will go tomorrow. Jimin, wow, here your son is hungry and doesn't drink any milk, and there you love your sleep more. Yungi looked at baby. Cookie, baby, please drink any flavor of milk. Dada will buy your banana flavor milk tomorrow. Cookie sipped the milk and spit on him. Jimin, you got your answer? Now go and drink banana flavor milk. Yungi, okay, fine, I'm going. You were less, or he also started showing his anger to me. Jimin, it's all happened because of your wildness. He is the fruit of your wildness, not our love. Now get lost. Yungi picked his wallet and mobile, then left to find banana flavored milk powder for his son, who was so sassy and bossy at this much young age. Poor Yungi. Life isn't what you expect. It is made up of the most unexpected twists and turns. The best thing in life happen unexpectedly. God's plan is always better than ours. Life is full of unexpected surprises, and the best way to handle them to be the flexible and adapt the changes with a smile and positive attitude. The end. Arthur's note. That's it for today. I hope you all like it. It was the requested story for one shot. I hope I didn't disappoint you. Nothing happens in life what we expect. Life is full of surprises. Some are good, so some are bad. Yunmin didn't plan the baby this early because Yoongi was a mafia and Jimin was supermodel. They both were only focusing on their career. Even their marriage was a secret, but God's plan is always the best. He blessed Yunmin with Cookie, who was the most sassiest and attention seeker among them. Nowadays, I'm getting more requests on. I don't have any problem, but you will get only few parts from me. I hope you all enjoyed it. We will meet soon with new story. Till then, take care of yourself. Love you all. If you like this story, then please do like, subscribe, share and comment. I assure you that you will never gonna regret on your decision. Thanks for watching.